5 communication mistakes that is killing your career. Hi, this is Kirtan K. Prabhu, Communication and Career Growth Mentor. Over the last few years, been able to impact over more than 2 lakh individuals all across India. And also able to help professionals, students, business owners build their communication skills to help them take their career level to the extraordinary and independent levels. If you are ready for that journey, then this video is for you. So in this particular video, we'll understand 5 common communication mistakes that is killing your career. And we'll also understand how do you actually fix that one by one. So when we are going forward, I want you to understand why this video is very important for you. Because 85% of career success is driven by communication and soft skills. And 70% of executives say poor communication limits their top talent. And also over more than $1 million in lifetime earnings separates the strong communicators and weak communicators, right? So this is where it is very important for you to understand that. And when we are understanding the mistakes, we will understand the number one, which is the passive voice trap mistake. Second is over explaining everything. Third is filler words. Fourth is failing to read the room. And fifth one is no clear ask. So which means that here when we are going forward, I'll give you step-by-step journey. And for those of you who are actually coming to this YouTube channel, you already know the kind of value that what you're getting in this YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and also hit that like button so that I get more encouragement to create more videos like this for you every single week. So let's start with the mistake number one, which is the passive voice trap. So here what happens, there are 3 layers to this. Number one is that most of the time in a meeting, we go ahead and say, I think, right? The moment you actually say, I think, I believe, I feel, so there is no strength in your words or sentences. This is where you say that I decided, I agree with this, right? A strong sentences which gives you authority. Not where you see that I thought like that. No, I decided like this. I created this. And when you say that with owning your sentence and statements, that gives you value. Otherwise, you become passive and your ideas and your thoughts are just taken for granted. Second is lead with your position. So which means that you start with your recommendation, then support it with the proof of work that what you have done, right? So don't bury the lead in qualifiers. And third is that practice the 10-second rule. So this is where before speaking, ask, can I say something, right? Or can I say this more directly? So go ahead, getting to the point quickly and put your point out there. The second challenge that people have here is over explaining everything, right? So where most of the time what people do is that when they're communicating, people lose them, right, very very quickly, and they feel like, okay, it's boring, I'm not understanding this, it is going above the head. So this is where it is very important. You have to use the bluff method, which means that bottom line up front, you share the main important point for them, give the entire context first, because my mentor Blair always share this, context is more important than the content, right? Can people understand that what you are actually sharing in a meeting or in a particular situation? State your conclusion before your rational every time, right? So this is where it is very important. The 3-point rule, never give more than 3 supporting points. 3 is always considered really good in communication. If you want to explain any point, you can always use 3-point method, and then you can go ahead. Point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. Like if you see here also, there is a 3-point method for you. Third is stop when they're not. Like when you understand that they're already getting it, you don't need to over explain that. The third is filler method. So where most of the time where people use filler words like right, like, actually, all of these words is where people use either crutch words or the filler words. And that is coming as a result of where they do not know how to embrace the pauses in the sentence. Then you think that sound will come, or like this. So usually once you finish a sentence, you can take a pause, and then you can start another pause, then again you can start. So the pauses actually saves that filler. Second method, we do something called as record review method, which means that whenever you record yourself, you get to know how many times you had the fillers in a conversation, how many times you gave pauses, What was your voice modulation throughout the journey? So it always gives you the better way to get the feedback rather than just going in front of mirror and practicing. The third is that slow your delivery at least by 20%, because when you slow the communication, then what is going to happen is that you're going to understand what you're speaking, you're going to be more conscious when you're speaking, and then you can also avoid the fillers and crutch words. The fourth mistake people go through is failing to read the room. So, this is where the presence is very important. Every room that you enter, can you make sure that you are able to understand? Because most of the time, I ask my leaders, my employees, and my team members sometimes to really understand people. And they say, I'm listening to them, I'm seeing them. No, it's more than that. There are various different levels through which you can read the room, you can understand what's going on. Right. So this is where we have something called as mirror neurons in our brain. Like if you know somebody is sad, you instantly know that they are sad without even they saying it. So this is where human beings have that emotional relatable intelligence, right, through which we can understand what others are going through, and then you are able to reciprocate and communicate. Right. So pre-read your audience. This is where enough research about your audience can do really wonders for you, so that you understand the current situation. And also watch micro signal, the expressions, the body language, right, how they are actually doing, how they are communicating. Everything matters, the emotions, how their eyes are moving, everything. And build in the check-in moment. So this is where every 5 minutes ask questions. Right, is this okay? Right, like, is everything understood? Right, so this makes sure that you're doing a conversation, not a presentation. Okay, I hope that you guys are understanding these points. I'm also asking you a question right now. Right, even though this is a recorded YouTube video, but I can still engage with you, and I can make you to do certain things like I ask you, because I want you guys to actually make sure that you understand what is my biggest mistake here and what is that solution for this. And if you have tried any other solutions for this mistakes, please share it in the comments. I would love to actually know. Or if you are going through any other communication mistake that you want to actually turn that into strength, please share that as well with the solution what you're working on. Okay, now let's actually go to the last one. No clear ask at the end. This is called as call to action in communication. So most of the time, whether it is a meeting, a leadership level meeting, or a client meeting, or a meeting in various different contexts. So everywhere the CTA is very important, which is clear call to action. So always close with what I need from you, the requirements, and what is possible. Like in a agency business, in a tech business, that what we actually do, I always ask my team members that once the project is done, so you need to send them next 5 steps. You actually visualize how this particular project is going to become successful and what are the next steps for them. So they share that first and they document in the group. Not just the minutes of the meeting, what is discussed during the meeting, but also the future points. Okay, so recapping in one sentence, this is where minutes of the meeting, or even one line conclusion, right? And then follow up in writing with the hour, like minutes of the meeting, going in detail, building that forward. So all of this actually helps you to take it to the next level. And I want you to actually understand that if you have any more mistakes that you think is already damaging your team members communication, then you can also put that in the comments, so that you know that okay, these are the things that we need to work on. Right, and I will also love to actually create more videos like this that create more value for you. And also make sure that if this is valuable, please share it with your friends and family members who could get benefited from this, because communication is one skill that is super important to go from local to global, and this skill can take you there. And I want you to give you the last core principle for the executive communication framework is this four things: CORE. C stands for clarity. In your communication, one sentence, one point, and no fillers. Can you communicate that? Second is, can you own your sentence, own your communication, own your voice, active voice, own your position, right? R stands for reading the room, read the entire expressions, the behavior, the presence, right? Everything, and adapt in real time. And last is execute, and with a clear ask, drive the decision, lead the team, right? And grow your mission and grow the business. Okay, so this is where the entire journey falls in. And if you love this particular video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. And also, please share this video with at least 3 members who could get benefited from this. And also, if you are very serious and want to take the communication journey to the next level, then I would highly recommend you with these 3 important action steps. Number one is that if you have not attended the 15-minute strategy call with my team, you can book a call. The link to that will be shared in the description below. Second is that we have a 1 page powerful communication frameworks that covers one-to-one public, video, and written communication. You can go through that and also join the inner circle or community meetup that what we have in the upcoming week. And the link for all of that will be shared here so that you can actually take the journey forward. I would love to see you in the next video.